I was very surprised by the performance of this, being this is my first 8bitdo controller in general. There are some great things, and I just wanted to talk and review this controller. There are a lot of console accessories and controllers for the Switch. So many different brands. A lot of them make multiple different kinds as well. The Nintendo Pro Controller has been around forever, but the 8bitdo Pro Controller has been released about a month ago, I would say, and I decided to pick it up. I actually don't own a Pro Controller for my Switch, so I decided to try this one out to see if it was any different than the Pro Controller. If you are looking to get a new controller, or this is your first Pro Controller, I hope this video helps you decide whether or not this is for you. Let's get into the review. So I want to start by talking about the design of the controller. If you're already own a Nintendo Pro Controller, you're gonna see that it is pretty much identical to the Pro Controller. It has a great feel, great ergonomics. What makes this controller a little bit different is if you turn the controller on the back, you get a little bit of a textured grip, which makes it really nice, and it does make a difference when playing a game. Gives you the, added grip, as well as some of the buttons on the front of the controller are just put in different places. So the plus, minus, and home button are all on this in the same row, as well as the power button is right above the home button. The layout is a little bit different. As well as flipping it over to the back, you'll see two things that are different here is that you do have an option for paddle buttons, which they're really nice if you use them, as well as this controller gives you two options of connectivity, which I think is pretty cool. The first option is the Bluetooth, which I use all the time with my Switch. It connects fairly easily. They give you a dongle in the package, which you can plug into whatever device you're using to connect it that way instead of Bluetooth, which is a nice option to have. As well as they give you two different color options when purchasing this controller. I went with the classic white option, but they also have a classic black, which is another great choice. To be honest, I kind of debated which one to grab. I ended up going with the white. I feel like I have an all black desk, so the contrast really makes it pop, but overall the controller looks great, and I think everything designed is perfect, as well as the battery life. When you look on the website, they will tell you that you get up to 22 hours, which I mean, I don't think you can get much more than that. That is plenty. And if the controller dies, it's going to take about 2 to 3 hours to fully charge. The design and features of this controller are really great, and I can't complain about the design. As for comfort and adjustments, the comfort is great. I think like the best really you can expect out of a controller. So like I said before, it is mirrored off the Nintendo Pro Controller. What they did to kind of stand out and make themselves a little bit better, in my opinion, than the Pro Controller is they added software that's free to download with the purchase of this controller. So whether you're using a PC as well as any mobile device that you have, so if you have an Android or iOS, that they both are there for you to download. And this is where you can fully customize the controller. To me, what makes a Pro Controller really pro is the added customization options and just a better premium controller. So for me, this is what makes this controller really worth it, is the added customization. So you can fully customize all the buttons, so you can remap everything. You can adjust the sensitivity on the joysticks as well as the triggers on the back, and you can also make up different profiles, which I think is awesome. So if you want to set up a profile maybe for one game versus another, you can easily switch between 1 and 2. They have up to 3 profiles. So if you also want to share this controller with somebody and they don't want the same profile, you can easily switch between each. That way everybody's happy, and you can have a fully customizable controller to, just have more fun playing the games that you enjoy. To me, this is like a huge deal. and it, like I said, it makes this controller worth buying, and it makes it pro with the customization options. The setup on this controller is very self-explanatory. If you're using the Switch in Bluetooth mode, you're going to start the Switch, go to the bottom right corner where you can change grips, click on that. Once you're in this menu, you're gonna just power on the controller with the circular power button on the controller, and then just simply hit L and R buttons. One thing I had to look up is how to wake the Switch up with this Pro controller, and it's not just pressing the button. I guess other people that reviewed it have had similar problems. Is you just need to shake the controller in order for it to wake up the Switch. I tried it and it works. That's a good thing. And another thing I didn't really talk about, which I really like, is the dock on this controller. The dock has a nice light underneath, so no matter what, you can see if the Pro controller is charging. Some docks, it is very kind of hidden. You kind of got to look for the light, but this is a very obvious light. It lights right up, and so that way you can see that there is a good connection between the dock and the controller. And the dock is powered by a USB-C into the dock over to a USB cable right into the Switch, so you will always have a charged Pro controller ready to go. Overall, just it looks great on the desk. The Pro controllers can be expensive. Many of them start at $70. So if you're looking for another inexpensive option, I made a couple other videos. So click on this playlist right here, and I will see you over there.